Hello, dear student. Very good evening. We are back with third sem corporate accounting, chapter number 1. My dear student, in last class we have discussed the meaning. Yes, the class was very short, but now we'll discuss the features and definitely the most important part of the topic is types of the company. So, before going further, I request you to please like, share and subscribe. ಹುನ್ರಿಪ್ಪ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದೇವಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಮಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ರೀಪ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಕಲಿಸಿದ್ದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ರೈಟ್ ಬಟ್ ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಟ್ ನಾವ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಫುಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಇವಾಗ ಅಗೇನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ types of the company, that is something which is everyone should know, especially commerce student ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದಾವೆ ರಿಯೋ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನನ್ನ ನಂಬರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ರಿ ಸೊ ಈಗ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬಿಕಾಮ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ KUD ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ರಾಣಿ ಚೆನ್ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಸಿಟಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ರೈಟ್ ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಬೀದರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಜಾಪುರ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಲೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಓಕೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಚುವಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ okay and common seal, yes, very important, okay and next limited liability, yes my dear student idu kuda important ide limited liability is also another features of the joint stock company in the same time my dear student distinction between ownership and management another important features of the joint stock company ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು and not a citizen company is never ever going to have a citizen here. All right, and transferability of the shares, yes, another very important feature ಇದೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು will discuss that. Maintenance of the books of the accounts, number 9 is maintenance of the books of the accounts. Barcode, I would say I suggest you to note it down. Periodical audit, very important point of the company's right to access the information, yes, 11th one. And the types of the company, the types of the company now once I finish all this we will go for the next. But my dear student, like ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಓಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೊ ಗೈಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫೀಚರ್ what is the first feature बच्चों first feature is incorporated association okay company to start a company as simple as that we have to register remember one point if you want to start a company you have to register without registration the company does not exist that means a company comes into existence through operation of the law so therefore what we have to do we have to incorporate or we have to register under whom we have to register under my dear student companies act बच्चों याद रखो ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿಪ್ಪ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ನಾವು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ right so we have to register under what register under companies act ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪನಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ means what ಬಚ್ಚೋ registration we have to register a company so it is called as a first and foremost feature is incorporated association ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು so that guys being see company is nothing but created by law so what are the operation of the law how it is regarded as an artificial legal person we have to focus it okay we have to focus this so that is why my dear student a company to start a company we have to register first ನೋಡಿಪ್ಪ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಂದಣಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದಾಗ ಕಂಪನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅದು ಕಂಪನಿನ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಓಕೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫೀಚರ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ separate legal entity very important point separate legal entity means nodi guys ಈಗ there are so many members in the company, there are so many owners in the company, right? To start a company we need a capital is contributed by whom? Capital is contributed by shareholders, and shareholders are whom? It is owner. So here owner is different and the operation of the business is different. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ that is why separate legal entity means a company is what not affected by any changes in its membership. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಸತ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ತರದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಕಂಪನಿ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಬಹುದು. ಆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಎಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್. ಕಂಪನಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೂ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೂಡ್ in its incorporated name and capacity. All right, so company can sue ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಏನ್ರ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಯಾರೋ ಚೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಲ್ ಅವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಕೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಕಂಪನಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೂ. ಹಾಯ್ ಪ್ರವೀಣ್, ಹಾಯ್ ಮುದಸ್ಸರ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು? ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫೀಚರ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್? ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಕಂಪನಿ ಈಸ್ legal separate entity, or you can say separate legal entity. So membership is different and operation is different here. Chalo, next third point is that third point ಏನಪ್ಪ? Company do third point is what? My dear student, company do third feature is perpetual existence. Means ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಇದೆ, ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. A company in which there are so many shareholders have invested the money. Perfect. If shareholders, if they die, if they become insolvent, if they sell their shares, it does not have any impact on the company's operation. The show must go on, right? So because company has existence independent from its member, because company is separate legal entity, it continues to be in existence despite death, insolvency, change of the membership. बच्चों इसका मतलब क्या है? अगर कोई भी मेंबर कंपनी का डेथ हो जाता है या बैंकरप्ट हो जाएगा या इंसॉल्वेंट हो गया या तो कंप्लीटली वो कुछ लोन पे आ गया है, ही इज नॉट एबल टू पे हिज ड्यूज, और उसने अपने ओनरशिप चेंज कर दिया है, ही हैज सोल्ड हिज शेयर्स, doesn't have any impact, कंपनी के ऊपर कुछ भी impact नहीं होगा. So what we can say, perpetual existence बोलते हैं. क्या बोलते हैं बच्चों इसको? perpetual मतलब कंटिन्यूटी जो है ना, कुछ भी असर नहीं करेगी कंपनी के ऊपर. कुछ भी मेंबर मर जाओ या तो something has happened, if company something has happened to the member also, it does not have any effect. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಒಂದು ಲೈಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ? perpetual existence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಟಿ, ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅವರು ಅಥವಾ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಮಾರಿದ್ರಾಯ್ತು, ಡೆತ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ಸಲ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೀಲ್. ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಫೀಚರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೀಲ್ ಇದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೀಲ್ ಗೈಸ್? ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಕಂಪನಿ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ಲ? ಕಂಪನಿ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸೈನ್, ನಾವು ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, that sign cannot be take place in the case of company because company is artificial person, right? So company cannot sign. So to activate this or to enable this sign or its document, it provide what? Legal tool called common seal. Means common seal मतलब stamp रहेगा, letter head रहेगा, ठीक है? Documents जो है ना, document में signature करने के लिए, to sign on any document we use our own signature because we are natural person. Navila and pa, right? Okay, what is that? Then logo legal entity. Okay, So ಈಗ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ to activate that sign signature they use a tool. That tool is called common seal or stamp. Understood. The common seal is affixed on all the documents by person authorized to do so, who in turn put his signature on behalf of the company. मतलब ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಂಪನಿದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗೆ ಇದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೀಲ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Got it? Understood? Common seal is nothing but a seal, a tool, a legal tool that is used to sign on document is called as a common seal. Artha aitenapa idu? Artha idu? Chalo, perfect. So but so in Companies Act 2013, very important guys, new act. So required common seal to affix on certain documents such as bills of exchange. It required common seal. Ellendi use agutte. Where and all we need. Whenever there is a bills of exchange or share certificate, ಇಂಥವು there are so many share warrants. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಪನಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ತನ್ನ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೀಲ್ ಅಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. That is called as a common seal. But now at present, now in this situation, I mean at present it is optional. If the company want, they can have it. If the company don't want, yes guys, one director and a company secretary can sign on behalf of the company. समझ में आ रहा है? कंपनी की ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೀಲ್, they can have it. If they don't want common seal, in that case, my dear student, in that case, one director of the company and a company secretary or two director of the company can sign, and because they should have authority to sign. So now the term of use of the company seal has been optional. It's up to the company whether to use it or not. All such documents which required affix the common seal may now instead signed by whom? Two directors. समझ में आ रहा है? So ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೀಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಇದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಇದಿದು. So they have wrote something on this, and on this their signature by whom? The authorized person. Or it is optional. Instead of that, they can use one more option, two directors. बच्चों याद रखो, ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಿಪ್ಪ. Two directors, one director and one company secretary can sign. Understood? Yes or no? Please respond. So common seal is another feature of the company where the common seal is used as a legal tool to sign on behalf of the company. Understood guys? Yes or no? Please respond ಮಾಡಿಪ್ಪ. Understood? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ? ಚಲೋ, perfect. So my dear student, next is what? Next is limited liability. What is that? Limited liability. You know that, right? In partnership, the liability of the partner is unlimited. That means if there is anything goes wrong, or if there is any loss, if there is any situation where they are not able to pay his debt, in that case partner has to sell off their own assets and pay it. ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? So guys, ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ liability ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಕಂಪನಿದು ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹೂ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ? ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪನಿದು ಓನರ್ ಇವರು. ಈಗ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದಟ್ there are three shareholders here, A, B and C. Now my dear student, A promised to buy 1000 shares at 100. So his liability will be maximum how much? 1000 at the rate of 100 means 1 lakh rupees. Understood? So liability means it is liability no further any amount they need to pay. Whatever the price they promise, right? Not more than that. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? Very simple. Assume that B has promised. He wanted 500 shares at the rate of 100 means he has promised to pay 50,000. If he paid 50,000 means no further amount is required. They need to pay it. Okay, that means guys, this is one of the best feature of the company, because as compared to other form of the business like partnership ಆಯಿತು, sole trading concern, where the liability was unlimited. If something goes wrong, if they were not able to pay his dues, they need to sell off their own private assets and they need to pay. But here the situation is totally different, because the liability of all the shareholders of the company is limited. Limited in the sense, limited to the amount, agreed amount payable to the company on the share allotted to them. Alright, my dear student, if shares are fully paid up, there is no subject to pay further liabilities.
So father का बोल रहा है.
Right? There is no need to pay further liabilities here. Understood? So ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ, ಏನ್ ಹೊಣೆಗಾರಿಕೆ ಇದೆ, ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ವಾಯ್ದೆ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ₹1 ಕೊಡು ಜರುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಂಪನಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಏನಿರಲಿ, no further liability. Okay ಬಚ್ಚೋ? So understood guys? Fifth item adjust ಆಯ್ತು? Understood? If yes, please like. So now, distinction between ownership and management. Distinction between ownership and management. Yes, management is different, owners are different. You know that, right? When the joint stock company, in a company there are large numbers of owners, because all the shareholders who are buying the shares in the company, they will be the owner. In that case, if the number is large and they are located in different geographical area, in that case they cannot come to the head office and they can't do the business operation. So one reason. Second point is that, so guys, to run a business, owner is not involved in the operational business, because very simple, there is separate team, executive team, that is elected, appointed or elected by the shareholders in the AGM. So they are the one who run the business. So management is different, operation of the business is different, and ownership is different. Got it? Since the number of shareholder is very large, it may be distributed at different geographical location. It's become difficult for them to carry on the operational management of the business, right? Because see, if you are owner, you need to attend and you need to visit the the spot or plant where the company is located. But it is not possible, guys, because shareholders, they just invest, they just want to earn the profit, and they just want a dividend from the investment. So this gives rise to the needs of separation of management and ownership. Got it? Understood? If yes, I want one like, my dear student. And second thing, guys, please share with your friend, because BCom third sem classes, every day I will be taking the classes for third sem. Timing is 7:30. One class is over. In that class we have discussed the syllabus. Now we are discussing the chapter number 1, that is features and types of the company. Understood? Now come back to the point. Citizen. What is citizen? We are citizen of the company, correct? Citizen of the India, right? So in the same time, company cannot be considered as a citizen, because as simple as that, company is what, my dear student? Company is artificial person. So artificial person is what? Created by law. If the company is artificial person created by law, how it can be a citizen? So a person who is natural, like us, like you guys, they can be a citizen. So company is not a citizen in the same sense as the natural person. Though it is created by process of the law, it has legal existence, but does not enjoy the citizenship right and duties as enjoyed by the we are enjoying. Like we can be a citizen, we can buy, company also can buy, company also can sell, but citizenship will be not allowed to the company. You cannot give, because as simple as that, it is artificial person. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು? ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಮಂಗೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿशियल पर्सन आगे. समझ में आया बच्चों? समझ में आया जी? Any doubt? Next, guys, if there is a company, if you have invested in a company and you are become a shareholder of the company, perfect. You have invested, you bought the shares, but my dear student, these shares we can sell it to anybody when we are getting good price. समझ में आ रहा है? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. If you are understanding, please like it. So guys, very simple is that when you are investing in any company and buying the shares, when you're getting good price, you can sell it. Udaharane ke example, assume that you bought some 1000 shares at the rate of 50 in the IPO or in the beginning of the company. So what's total amount you have invested? Investment amount is 50,000. Investment amount is how much? 50,000. Now the question arises, if the share market is up and if you are getting it for 1,50,000, for 150 by the value, if you are getting it for 1,50,000, means definitely you will have to sell it, because you are getting profit, right? You are getting profit of 1 lakh rupees. So in that case, guys, you can transfer the share whoever want to buy it. Means the capital contributed by the shareholders. Look at that. The capital contributed by shareholders through purchase of the shares. Such shares, all those shares can be can be transferable by existing members to any other. But very important point is that it is not allowed in case of private company. So guys, if you are buying shares from the private company, no guys, you cannot. If you are buying shares from the private company, you cannot transfer, you cannot sell, you cannot, because that is what the rules as per the Companies Act 2013. Chalo, which may have certain restriction on such transferability. So that means private company shares cannot be transferred, but other public company shares, everything you can buy and sell on the stock exchange. समझ में आया बच्चों? Understood? Next, ninth point is that maintenance of the books. How they have to, guys, see, very simple. In sole trading concern, partnership, there is no compulsory mandatory procedure to be followed. But in maintenance of the book, especially in case of the company, my dear student, you have to maintain books as per the law prescribed in the books of the accounts. If you fails to maintain all this, you will be in a situation to pay the penalties. Nodi, ille books of the account maintain ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ a limited company is required to maintain what? Required by law to keep prescribed set of accounts, and any failure, if you fail to maintain the books of the accounts, guys, definitely it will attract penalties. अर्थ आता है? So books of the accounts you have to maintain. बच्चों समझ में आया? Understood? चलो, perfect. Books of the account compulsory. We need compulsory. Next point, periodical audit. I suggest you to note it down. Guaranteed question बंदा पढ़ सकते हो. You will get this question for your exam. What are the features? And these features are we have taken from professional books. That means you will not get this information in any other book, because ಸಿಗ್ಬಹುದು, but is little like simple language ಸಿಗಿಲ್ಲ. Audit, very important. What is audit? Checking the records, verifying the records. That is called as a audit. Now the question arises, why the audit is required, guys? Since investment is made by somebody, management is doing by somebody, right? So every company has to appoint a auditor. You can say auditors whom it is chartered accountant. एक CA को अपॉइंट करना पड़ेगा बच्चों, ठीक है जी. A company has to get its account periodically audited through chartered accountant. So now chartered accountant is appointed by whom? Shareholder. Remember here, shareholder, what they do? They appoint a chartered accountant. Why they appoint? They just want to know how the company is performing, what is their money has been invested, how it is utilized, right? So in every board of director meeting, right? Every meeting, what they do is that they appoint a chartered accountant, and the responsibility of chartered accountant is that they have to audit the account periodically. What is audit? Checking the records. How they check the records? In detail, who check the records? Chartered accountant check the records. Alright, a company has to get accounts periodically audited every week, every fortnight, every month. It has to be audit, because where they are spending the money, how they are spending the money. Understood guys? Chalo. Next, 11th point is that right of access to the information. What is right of access to the information? Guys, here the shareholders of the company can check the books of the account, right? They can inspect it, they can check the status, right? They can check the status, they can check the position of the company and where the company is standing. How it is possible? Yes, guys, in joint stock company, because since shareholders are whom? Shareholders are owner of the company. So if the owner wants to check anything which is related to company, yes, he has the access to check the information. So economics assignment question 2 marks. Okay, I'll start it. The right of the shareholder of the company, guys, the right of the shareholder of the company to inspect his books of account with the exception of books open for inspection under the status is governed by the articles of association. Note, articles of association prakara, the company's information can be open for the shareholders. The shareholders have what, my dear student? The shareholder have right to check, to seek the information from the director by participating in general body meeting. Remember this. In general body meeting, they can participate and they can check, they can ask for the information from director, the company, and through the periodical reports. These are the reports I will definitely help you out to solve this. All right. Next we have types of the company. So guys, I think types of the company, we have a government company. Okay, yeah, we have all this here. 1 second. Understood the features? Tell me, बच्चों बताओ, any doubts you have, please let me know. No doubt. So guys, in types of the company, we have government company, and we have foreign company, we have private company, and yes, we have public company, one person company, OPC, very interesting concept. Small company, listed company, unlimited company. In the same time, my dear student, company limited by shares. Okay, company limited by guarantee, holding company, subsidiary company. Yes, these all are types of the company that we will discuss in the next video, most probably tomorrow. Understood? Understood? So in the same time, guys, tomorrow I'll try to teach this part, preparation of financial statement of the accounts, like balance sheet, statement of profit and loss account, cash flow, and notes. So hope you understood. Please just go and like, and I do have one more class for income tax at exactly 8:15. Do join there. If you want to learn income tax, join Agrippa. All right, bachcho. Chalo, bye bye. I'll see you tomorrow. Please like, share, and subscribe. And those who have not